Good evening, Internet lands. My name is Kip, and you are watching Car Chat with Kip on America Bumper to Bumper. On this live stream, we bring up some car news, we talk car stories, anything I find interesting on the internet about cars, and we talk about any recalls that we find um, over the week. So, also to start out with some channel updates. I did a thing on our America Bumper to Bumper public group, asked for people to give pictures of their cars and change it out every week or so, and would just change that up. So I wanted to thank Roland Bullman. I hope I said your last name correctly. But Roland, that is his Mustang that is now sitting on the top of our group art. Yeah, we'll call it that. Sure. And give you updates on Facebook. Not a whole lot's happening here. I'm expecting soon. We'll start rolling out some more pictures and whatnot on here. Over on the tube, we gained a subscriber for the moment. We have 435. I have a video that we'll be uploading on Sunday. It's kind of a short one for me, about 7-8 minutes, and it basically kind of gives reasonings why I am going to part ways with Zelda, and the reasoning behind that, all that sort of stuff. So check out that. I think it's going to be around noontime. It's going to upload or be available to watch. Give you a little bit of background. Plus, there's also going to be a little bit of game in there. You have to stay to the end to see what it is. And let's get on to our first story of the night. This comes from NBC News, their auto portion of it. And I think if you've been following auto shows over the past, 4 or 5 years, it seemed like more and more auto manufacturers are declining to go to the major auto shows. And it is, as soon as this thing loads, it seems to be the end of the road for one major worldwide motor show. And again, if this decides it wants to load, let's see what we can do to get this to try reloading it here. There we go. So looks like it's going to be the end of the road for the Frankfurt Auto Show in Germany. They're citing here that not only are less auto manufacturers deciding to show at these big shows, but their attendance has slipped pretty drastically over the years. I think the story cited that in 2015, there were almost 1 million people that went to the Frankfurt Auto Show, paid visitors, not just the media or anything, paid visitors. But last year's auto show, they were down over 40% on their paid visitors. So this is to a point, especially for the auto manufacturers. As you can see on that sub headline, at the very minimum, these shows cost the auto manufacturers $1 million for a small display, up to $5 million for larger displays. And if there's going to be press conferences along with it, there could be another $1 million. So it's a lot of money for the auto manufacturers. A lot of them are now turning to kind of what Corvette did last year for the C8 unveiling. It was either Kia or Hyundai did the same sort of thing down in Miami over Super Bowl weekend. They had a big display of whatever new car they were putting in there. Hey, Brian, how are you? Had some problems last night with PC, but was many Camaros open the windows at one time. Oh, no. Well, there are a lot of them out there, and especially when it's a third gen, trying to find decent ones. I know that that can be a difficult thing, but thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. This year, the New York Auto Show, let's see if I can want to remember this. This April, New York Auto Show won't have Audi, BMW, or Mercedes there. Das Nicholas, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Can't stick around. Sayan Pusa, thank you. Well, thanks for coming in, and I appreciate you saying hi. Thank you very much. And I'll be back over there as soon as I'm done with this. Yes, they're the North American Auto Show, the Detroit Auto Show that has now moved to June. They're expecting to lose at least a third of the brands that once turned out for the yearly event. So auto shows looking like they're going to be well, for lack of a better, going away for individual reveals at bigger, arenas and that sort of deal. So sad to see another Frankfurt Auto Show. You can see it from this picture here. This is from September '59, so it's been around for a long time, and it's sad to hear that they're not going to be doing it anymore. Our next story is also from NBC News. GM is going to be upgrading their a plant that they had predicted previously that was going to be shut down. They're now investing $2.2 billion. Sorry, that's billion with a B, to be the first all-electric vehicle plant for GM, and it's going to help create 2,200 pretty good paying jobs. The factory that's going to be open, or that's going to stay open, Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant. It was supposed to, close back in November of 2018, but this is GM's big push is to have 20 battery electric vehicles by 2023, and this is the plant that's going to make them. This is the plant that's going to make the new Hummer electric truck that's going to be coming down the road. It'll also be producing a self-driving vehicle for, I think they call it Cruise, that is a GM subsidiary for self-driving vehicles. That one I'm really going to be interested to see if they can figure out how to do that. So good news for Detroit, that they're going to get some good, or keep some good paying jobs there, and God knows Detroit needs it. And our next story. Now, of course, everything wants to freeze up on me. Are you guys still with me? Yeah, just a little laggy here. Old computer, that's probably my biggest issue here. That is still sorry, guys. That is something that's on the agenda for our some tax money, is a new computer that will hopefully be able to handle these live streams, plus makes editing my videos a little easier. we shall see. Well, this is not huge news. It's Fiat Chrysler and Peugeot. Again, as soon as this thing loads up. There we go. All right, so Fiat and Peugeot have now inked a $50 billion merger agreement, not plan. Their plan is now an agreement. The boards of both companies have signed binding merger agreements that will create the fourth largest auto manufacturer in the world. Companies announced on this past Wednesday. Last year. Sorry, this is an older story than I was expecting. Thanks, NBC News. Anyways, that is something I know I didn't cover, that they had actually signed the agreement. I know there was the talk there, but anyways, we won't waste much more time there. This is a really cool thing. Found this on Jalopnik. I actually saw it on another site, but on my phone on Friday is kind of hard to see. Hey, no problem. Dang computers. Can't, these days you can't live with them and you can't live without them. All right, so what you see here is the beginnings of the C8 Corvette. This is what GM used as kind of a prototype vehicle, so to speak. Holden U engine in the back and nothing in the front. But this was affectionately known as Blackjack. This was, of course, the development mule, and GM was really cool, and they brought this and some other of the prototype C8s to Spring Mountain Motorsports Park out near Las Vegas. They're hosting a bunch of media and YouTube people. Cletus McFarlane, he was out there, just posted up a couple videos. Oh, I'm glad you can hear me. That's a good thing. Anyways, Cletus McFarlane just was out there and posted up 2 videos yesterday and today with his experiences with the C8 Corvette. He didn't realize this, but apparently his has one on order, and kind of shows you the spec that his car's going to be coming in. And it's very good videos. I highly recommend you going over there and checking those out if you aren't a follower of Cletus. Really give you a lot of good info on the new C8 Corvette. And in those videos, he showed this thing, and it looks pretty cool. Definitely interesting with those wide fender flares front and back. Kind of looks like it's a Corvette in the middle, but hey, however it works. Its hips don't lie. Oh no, those hips do not lie. You'd have to check this out.
I do.
Yeah, check it out.
As long as it doesn't take 11 minutes and 26 seconds.
No, it's a picture right there.
Oh, yep, that is. Yep, I would say that those hips don't lie.
Those hips do not lie. Anyways. Kind of cool that that GM brought the cars out to show off to the world. Next up, this I gotta say I really was surprised by. This is from Motor One News, and their undisguised front end of the 2021 Ford F-150, and I gotta say, thumbs up Ford. I did not really like the old design with the bar that goes in between the headlights. Just kind of looked weird. This is a good looking truck. Way better looking than GM trucks right now. And on par with Dodge. And I've said I'm not generally a huge Dodge fan, but I think Dodge has their trucks on point as far as the front end styling. Ford up their game, and now it would be hard for me to decide what truck I'd buy. But I can tell you, as much as I love Ford, or as much as I am a GM guy, I do not like either of those trucks. They look hideous to me. To those that like it, I'm sure we can agree to disagree, but I do very much like this new 2021 Ford front end. Our next story is a 50-car barn find in Pennsylvania. And there's a picture. We'll go through some more pictures in a minute. There's a YouTube channel called Iron Trap Garage. They're based in Pennsylvania, and they got words of a treasure trove of antique and classic cars, and they went and showed it off. It was in a bunch of different buildings, and there's everything from street rods to muscle cars. So we got you can see that Model A right there. You can go and check out their video on the whole thing, but we're just going to look at the pictures we got here. 36 Chevy sedan, very cool. And here's a picture of a few others. We got a, 56 or 7 T-Bird. We got a C3 Corvette. Looks like maybe a Riviera. Oh no, maybe I think that's another Thunderbird back there. But let's go up here. They've got some other pictures. We'll scroll through and see what we got. Got a nice hot rod Model A pickup. 36 Ford pickup. There's more view from overhead. Can't really tell a lot of the other cars. I think this is probably that T-Bird and the Corvette in the back near in the corner. And we got a 37 Ford and a 60 Chrysler Imperial. '55, I was wrong. 55 T-Bird. Pictures of the T-Bird without anything on it. 59 Chrysler Imperial with a ton of stuff on it. Very cool. Love Dodge, but have had Ford wrecker and flatbeds many years. They do build a really great truck. That is very, very, very true. I don't mind the Super Duty in the current style, but that 2021 definitely looks real good. Anyways, let's keep going through these pictures. I would love to get in, to find a barn find, something like this someday. We got a 62 Plymouth Valiant here. 65 Mustang with a 289. I don't know what that is, but wow. Gotta love ads in the middle of it. Interior of the 65. Looks like it's got a little bit of mold and mildew throughout it. 69 Mustang pictures. We got C3 Corvette, 1973. Pictures of the Corvette. And we got a here's a I'm thinking of the Durango, not the Ranchero. That's the 79 Ranchero. Got Corvair, very cool. Continental Mark IV. Look at that Mercury hot rod. Great paint even over all the years that these have been sitting in there. And now we're back to the original. yeah, fantastic. I'm gonna have to go back through and watch the video on all the cars that were in there, but and lucky them for getting the scoop on that barn find. All right, if you're in the market for a C7 Corvette, you better go out and get it now because there's only 2,600 C7 brand new C7 Corvettes on dealer lots. And that's actually down quite a bit. I think 3-4 months ago, there had like 9,000 cars still on the lots, which for an outgoing model was quite a lot, but down to 2,900 cars. That's hey, Trucker Dave, thanks for coming in here. Appreciate it. That's definitely down a lot from where they were just a few months ago. Let's see, 5,000, and back in November, there's 5,000. So half of them in a few months. Way to go, Chevy, on finding homes for all those cars. Granted, seems like there's a lot of big discounts on them, but hey, however you get them out the door, right, Chevrolet? And they still look good today as they did when they were first out in 2014. And I think they really look good, next to the new C8 too. So anyway, so if you want your a C7 Corvette, better get it quick or you're going to be getting one used. And speaking of C7 Corvette, I came across this picture as I was going through stuff, and I just had to include it tonight. It is a really outrageous C7 Corvette. Look at that. That is pretty neat. Anyways, started out as, of course, a C7 Stingray. The owner of the car bought it. I don't know if it was like a Copart deal, but bought it without fenders, hood, and nose. Hey, Jason, don't worry. No problem if you're late. Doesn't matter. It's all, good here. If you're here now, later, not at all. I'm trying to be chill on that sort of stuff. Buy it. Yeah, okay. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, the guy, bought it without, the fenders, hood, and nose, and proceeded to lift it, put an exoskeleton around it, take the doors off, and now he's got kind of a Mad Max sort of deal here. Pretty cool. Ford Start M14 3-piece wheels with all-terrain tires, and let's see if we can see it in action. That's just nuts. So see from the picture here, still has the C7 headlights, but the exoskeleton helped secure those in. Just a little piece of metal over the engine. I think that is just an insane, awesome Mad Max type vehicle. What do you guys think? Pretty cool. Now this is next story is something that kind of hits a little close to home, being this is from Boston. But apparently some idiots decided it was a good idea to break into the local Lamborghini dealership and steal 2 brand new Lamborghini Uruses. Yep. Now, police had got the silent alarm for this, and one of them thought it was kind of odd that there were 2 Uruses side by side on the street, and another car, a Chevy Cruze, I think the story says, sitting behind it that kind of looks a little weird. So flipped on his blues and went after him, and got the kid in the Cruze, but took him a little bit longer to get the Uruses, and they're both pretty well banged up from their experiences. Now, I got there's another guy I follow with Boston Auto Blogs, posted up on Instagram. He said, you guys are complete and utter idiots, breaking in and ruining your lives by stealing two, $300,000 cars. Whereas, if you'd put in the time and the effort, 10 years from now, you could have owned one of these things outright and really enjoyed them. But now, a couple kids, not my cup of tea. What do you mean, Dave? Those things they're gorgeous. I'm sorry. They're pretty good. But yep. So 2 Lamborghini Urises will be hitting Copart pretty soon. So I know Sam Crack doesn't follow this channel, but maybe I'll hit him up on Instagram and say to keep his eye out for it, because that would be a good repair project for him. So a couple of Lamborghini Urises stolen and wrecked. And we're going to take now a moment of silence for Holden. GM has finally given the axe. There will be no more GM branded, Holden branded vehicles in Australia anymore. So let's have a moment of silence, please. All right, there we go. For those of you that don't know, and I'm sure you all do, Holden was the brand that brought us the modern interpretation of the GTO back when Pontiac was still around. The G8, the Chevy SS, the Caprice car, the cop car, that was the Holden Caprice that they brought up here. Holden has not produced cars in Australia for a few years now, but Holden as a manufacturer and a subsidiary of GM will be done with all new car sales next year. So Brian, Copart, there is a website. You'd have to go in and look through Sam Crack's playlists and stuff, but he talks in a couple of his videos of a company that he uses that buys the car, and then you buy it from them for a minor up fee or something like that. So you don't have to worry about doing your having a broker license or anything like that. But I can't remember exactly what the company is. Yes, I do know that IAA, you don't have to have any sort of licenses, but anyways. All right, now we've got a Tesla Cybertruck that you can actually get sometime soon. As you can see by right here, Hot Wheels is going to be, it has started to take orders for 2 remote-controlled versions of the Tesla Cybertruck. And as you see here, coming in 1/64 scale and 1/10 scale. Order them now. Oh, you're Copart registered. Jason, nice. Anyway, off topic. Back here. So you order them now, and they will be delivered in time, they're saying, for Christmas. And I like this line here. They will both arrive at home quicker than the actual Cybertruck. Yes. On a slightly related note, I think I'd read somewhere that they have over 500,000 reservations for the truck. Now, granted, the reservation does not actually mean you're going to get a truck. It just kind of saves you a spot for maybe getting a truck. There's only like $100 that you needed to put into it. something like that. So, but 500,000, want to buy that? I'll buy the toy version. So the smaller one, the 1/64 scale, will fit into the orange Hot Wheels track system. That'll be about $20. And then you have the 1/10 scale, and it's going to come with stickers that you can put on the window that get the mimic the broken windows from when Elon threw the metal balls at the window. So, but both of them, the bigger RC truck's going to be $400. Yeah, you have those by time Christmas gets here. And our final one is a recall notice for Toyotas, 44,000 of them. It is 2019 and 2020 model year vehicles with a 2.5 liter inline four engine. These have a problem where the block can crack, and of course a cracked block is never a good thing in a car. Looks like 250 of these vehicles, it's estimated that only of those 44,000, only 250 of them are going to have the problem. That makes no sense. Why would you recall the 44,000? Okay, so there's potential manufacturing error, so they don't know exactly which engines are defective, of course, because they've been sold, and they need them come back and check them out. Majority of them are the 2019 and 2020 RAV4 crossovers. The rest of them are Camrys, Avalons, and Lexus. Looks like the hybrids. Yeah, most of them are the hybrid vehicles, other than the RAV4. So if you're lucky enough to have a 2019 or 2020 RAV4 or a few other vehicles, who knows, you might get a recall notice. Well, my friends, that is the news that is worth sharing, the news that I found for this evening. I would like to thank everyone who was here and stopped in and said hi. And we're going to end this. Oh, before I go, I will mention again, I do have a video that's going to be up on Sunday that gives a little background and a reasoning why I'm letting go of Zelda. So look for that. And for those of you that do not know what I am looking to buy, there's a little game at the end of the video asking for what you guys think we're going to get. And I know Trucker Dave, old car, yeah, Jason, you know, Brian, I don't think I mentioned it to you, but so anyways, check that out. I think it's going to be up around noontime on, Easter time on Sunday. And yeah, we'll do it there. Anyway, ending the stream like we do with all of our other streams and videos. Dreams without ambition is like a car without gas. Not going to get very far. God bless. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week on Buy It or Boot It, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope you guys all get there.